Dr. Will Pang is a successful young American surgeon living in New York City. Will is a lesbian but is closeted to her mother Wei Lan and her mother's friends. Will is forced by her mother to come to a gathering at Planet China restaurant with family friends, where her mother has plans to set her up with a friend's son. Still, Will is drawn to Vivian, the daughter of one of the Chinese mothers who recently got a divorce. They run into each other at the hospital where Will works, only to discover that Vivian's father is Will's boss, Dr. Xing. Vivian and her father have a tense relationship since Vivian is currently pursuing her love of modern dance, instead of the more respectable ballet. Will comes home to discover her mother has been kicked out by her grandfather for being pregnant out of wedlock, bringing shame to the family. She asks for the father's identity, but Wei Lan refuses to answer. From then on, Wei Lan lives with Will. Vivian invites Will to one of her dance shows, and after the show, the two hang out. Vivian reveals that they had met once before when they were children. Vivian kissed Will on the nose after Will rescued her from bullies. Will ran away afterward. Vivian and Will go to Vivian's apartment, and the two kiss. The couple goes on several dates, but Will fears kissing Vivian publicly. At Vivian's request, Will presents Vivian to her mother as a friend so they can meet, and the three shares an awkward dinner. It is revealed later that her mother knows of her homosexuality but is in denial. Set up by Will, Wei Lan goes on several dates to find a man to be a father to her unborn child but remains unattached. She debates whether to accept the affections of Cho, a man who has loved her for 15 years and is willing to parent her child. Vivian reveals to Will that she was accepted into a prestigious ballet program in Paris and is considering the offer. Will congratulates Vivian and gives her encouragement to accept the offer. While Vivian still debates the offer, Vivian's father speaks to Will and presses her to convince Vivian to accept the offer. Will withdraws from Vivian, and Vivian accepts the job in Paris. After Will's grandmother passes away unexpectedly, Wei Lan accepts Cho's marriage proposal. At the wedding, Will interrupts with a love note from the child's father, saying how much he loves her and wants to marry her despite their age gap. Will points out the elderly pharmacist, Old Yu, as the man she loves. Old Yu protests, and little Yu, his son, announces he is the one. Will and her mother run out of the wedding and onto a bus, laughing. After an emotional talk with her mother, Will rushes to the airport to catch Vivian. Will apologizes, but Vivian challenges Will to kiss her to prove her sincerity. Unable to publicly display her love out of fear, Will is left at the terminal as Vivian leaves for Paris. 3 months later, Will goes to another party at Planet China, where Wei Lan and Little Yu are now a couple. Will sees Vivian, who has come to see her mother, and Will approaches Vivian and asks her to dance. They dance and kiss. Wei Lan and Vivian's mother smile at each other while giving a thumbs up. Some people leave in disgust, but Will and Vivian ignore them while everyone else joins in to dance. Between credits, Wei Lan has Will and Vivian family and friends over at her apartment for a function. Wei Lan asks Will about having babies, and she reacts with a spit take.